this is Rich with Rich Retirement Life in the Philippines YouTube channel, and I am Rich. Today's video is going to be on, should I bring condoms to the Philippines? Absolutely. Why? Because they don't ask you to wear one. And you don't want to get them pregnant. I've never heard of anybody getting a disease, but you don't want that either. But I don't wear one, to be honest with you. I think I've only worn it twice in 6 years because a girl will put it on me. One girl, yeah, a girl will put it on you. One girl put it on me because she was going to do, a BJ thing and she didn't want it in her mouth. So if this video is not for you, I'm going to get into some pretty deep stuff here. So if it's not for you, please don't watch it. Turn it off. Go away. I don't want to hear nasty comments. Go, fair warning. Go away if you don't want to hear this. So should I bring condoms to the Philippines? Yes. Why? Because you might not like what they have here. They might not be your right size, believe it or not. Philippine guys are smaller. American men's or Australian men's are bigger. Canadian men's are generally bigger. You might have your favorite kind. I would definitely bring a couple of packs, of 36 packs. Go to Costco and get a 3-pack. Yeah. Also bring aspirin if you like your favorite aspirin, because they don't have good aspirin here. So anyway, yeah, bring a condom. Now, is it easy to get a date here and get a girl and go to a short time hotel? Absolutely, it's not a problem at all. I'll show you how to get a date. Or what the short time hotel is about. I will leave the link on this description. Jack Bell, it's a short time hotel. My wife and I did a video. It's a short time hotel. Now, married people go there too, and people even go there just to spend the night. So it's not just for be intimate. It's for any of those options. They're great. Old George is great, and Jack Bell is great. Here at Verdon Parc, if you stay here with one of our condos, they're 10 minutes away. And then I'll show you other ways to work with that. So you can go on day trips are really good too. Paradise Island is fantastic. Island hopping is fantastic. Island hopping, $25. Paradise Island, you're going to spend a little bit, $6 to get in, but you can take a date there. And it's really easy. And what I suggest on that, and I have guys that do it, I've even done it myself when I've gone out with foreigners like you, just to show you how easy it is. And you just say, hey, we go out to lunch, and girl comes up, Filipina girl, beautiful girl, takes your order, and I'll say, hey, I'm Rich, I'm new in Davao, so I'm not lying to her. Of course, I just didn't show the guy. And I said, can I take you, I want to see you, like Paradise Island. Can I take you there for the day, on a date? Can I get your phone number? And if they're married, they'll tell you, I'm married or I've got a boyfriend, and that's fine. But 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, oh, they go, and then they'll walk away. I told 2 other guys I did this with, I said, watch. And within less than a minute, here comes back the phone number. Here, with her name. Oh, great, have your meal, give her a nice tip, say I'll give you a call. Give them a call. So that way you can go on a date with them. Now there it would be just a date. You want to just go on a date and do it that way, and that's fine. You can go out and watch a movie or go to the show or go out and just have dinner. Nothing wrong with a 65-year-old man. I'm 69, going out with a 20-year-old beautiful Filipina. It's wonderful, and you can do that here. It's very common here. In fact, it's almost 99%. That's what foreigners do here. Or now the other option is you can get a girl and you can take her to Old George, or you can take her to Jack Bell. Now those are short time hotels. Watch that video I'm going to leave in the description area on Jack Bell that my wife and I did. And so you can see what that's all about. Short time hotel, those 2 are within 10 minutes here at Verdon Parc. They're only like, it's 2-hour minimum. So it's about $8 to $10 for 2 hours. Beautiful, both of them, Jack Bell and Old George, are beautiful. Short time hotels, very private, no front desk. You just go in. I'll tell you that when you get here, how all that works. take a cab, go on over there, or a trike, and you can take your date there. Now, if you're going there and you tell the girl that, she's going to know what that's all about. You're not going there to play cards. Yeah. She's going to be very comfortable with that. So she's going to know what's happening there. Or it's harder if you do it at the restaurant, like you say, because generally they don't want to go from the restaurant right to Jack Bell or Old George, generally. Maybe. But there is other ways and other places that you can get a date and take them to the short time hotel. And I don't want to put out too much info on that, but when you get here, I'll tell you how that works. So this video is on, you know, can you do that here in the Philippines? Absolutely. Is it normal? Absolutely. If you're a foreigner and you're in your 60s, is it okay to be with an 18 or a 20-year-old girl? Absolutely. They have to be over 18 to be an adult, so always make sure, especially if you're just picking them up on a date, because Filipina girls look much younger than what they, you know, you might look at them and go, oh my goodness, she looks like she's 16. She might be. So ask her for her ID. I've done it. I would do it because you do not want to get tangled up with anybody under the age of 18. Here, they're considered an adult at 18. The drinking age here is 18. So they're considered an adult. So no harm, no foul. All good to go. So when you go on a date or get a girl, I always ask her just to cover my butt. You know, say, hey, you know, I just want to check. You know, you seem awfully young. Are you over 18? Do you have an ID? They should always all have what's called a government ID here. If they don't, I would be real leery about it. And if you're leery about it, you think they're under 18, walk away. Walk away. Say, you know, I'm just not comfortable with that. You know, if you're dating the girl here in the Philippines, a few dates, then and you wonder, you know, is she married? Because if you watch my video on Mel, I'll leave that in the description area too. I dated her, she was 21, and I took her to Mate, and we're doing things with her, and you know, I liked her a lot. I had 5 girls that I was dating at that time when I first got here, when I figured it all out, all between the ages of 18 and 22, and I was 63 when I got here, so, yeah. And it's wonderful. Anyway, so I took Mel on dates and what have you, and then one night I got a text from her husband. Yeah. I'll leave that in the description area. And he says, what are you doing dating my wife? I said, what are you talking about? He says, I see your post on Facebook, on your Facebook page, of you guys in Mate, you know. I went, what? I said, dude, look, I don't even know you. I don't even know you. And if that's all true, and I'll check it out, I'm done. I promise you, from a man to a man, and I don't even know you, I don't date married Filipinas. And you don't want to, by the way, because you can get in big trouble. You can go to jail, believe it or not. He has to file charges against her and you, and hire a lawyer, and he could put you in jail. So you can't date a married girl. But so how do you correct that? Like in Mel's case, what I would have done, and I suggest you do this, if you're dating more than twice, then I would ask her, hey, are you married? Because Mel told me no. Yeah. Turned out she was. Anyway, so let me finish back on what I was saying. So I got done with the text with this guy that says this is Mel's husband, right? And so I text Mel right away. I said, hey, I said, I just got done with the text. The guy texts me, he says, he's your husband. Are you married? And she said, yeah, I'm married. I said, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? She says, because you would have left me. And I said, absolutely, I'm going to leave you now. We're done. And I've never seen her since. And I've been here now almost 6 years. Never seen her since. And I don't know what happened. Although I did, real quick, a footnote, I talked to my friend that turned me on to Mel. And I said, hey, you ever hear anything about Mel? He says, yeah, you know, I have. I said, oh, what's she up to? You know, she got hooked up with a Frenchman, a foreigner, and they just had a baby. I said, really? I wonder what a husband has to say now, because I was just dating her. Now she's got a baby, which is what she wanted, which I wasn't going to give her. A lot of Filipinas, they want to have a baby with the foreigners, they tie you up. So be very careful with your sex life here in the Philippines. So should I wear a condom? Yes. Should I bring a condom? Yes. Be smart with your sex life. So I always say be thinking with this and not with this. And I mean that, because I did not at age 63, I already had 3 children, grown guys. My wife passed away 17 years ago. And I did not want to start changing diapers again at 63. Now, if you do, and you want to have a girl and have a baby and you marry her or whatever, knock yourself out. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I'm just saying it's not what I wanted to do. There's a lot of guys that come here, they get the young Filipina, and they actually marry him, or they don't, or they have a baby with them, and they live happily ever after. So, woo la la, wonderful. Knock yourself out once again. Just wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to enjoy my retirement years and go travel and do things. I wouldn't mind taking them with me like I did with Mel, except for she was married. So let me talk on that one real quick. After 2 dates, I would ask them first of all, I asked them right out front, first date, are you married? So at least you got your butt covered to where she says, no, I'm not married. Then if you're getting in trouble on the first day, you can say, well, but she told me she wasn't married. So how do you prove that? Cinemar. And I'll help you with that. I'll leave, if I can, I'll leave that link in the description area on this one. After 2 dates, I would say, you know what? I kind of like you a whole lot, and I want to take you, start traveling with you and taking you to places and what have you, and kind of be my girl. And can we get a Cinemar done? I'll pay for it. I think it's $15. She's got to fill it out. What does a Cinemar do? A Cinemar will find out if she's ever pulled out a marriage license here in the Philippines, anywhere in the Philippines. It won't tell you if she has kids or not, because that's a whole nother ball game there. And a lot of them do. But at least that's okay on that part if you want to date a girl that has children. A lot of times they'll say, I have no children, and they do. Mama takes care of them, or an aunt takes care of them. Happens all the time. But a Cinemar, $15, they fill out the paperwork. She has to fill it all out. You pay for it, set it off, and I think within I want to say 2 to 3 months, takes a while, so get started on it. We'll tell you if she's ever been married or not. Some of them, believe it or not, I've known girls here that date that have a Cinemar already, and they'll go, here's my Cinemar. Yeah, so they already know. So now you know she's not married, but you don't know if she has children. I would say there's a 50% chance that she has children, maybe even more. But in here, like I say, in the Philippines, when I first came here, almost 6 years ago, my first date was, I was 63, she was 65. Because I came from San Francisco, and that's how you date. I could never date an 18 or 20-year-old girl in San Francisco at the age of 63. It's impossible. Totally impossible. Here in the Philippines, it's very common. In fact, I ended up getting married. I'm 69 now. My wife's 66. I'm one of the rare ones. Most foreigners do not marry up to their age. I did because that's what I wanted. It was fun with the young ones. Don't get me wrong. My wife, when I married her, she goes, because she knew all about it. She had no problem with it. She goes, well, I sure hope you got that all out of your system. I said, I know. I hope so too. I don't know. Because what happened was the date I went on to when the 65-year-old, and I was 63, that some friends of mine that were in their 60s at Breeza Towers, they were from Canada. She was Filipina, he was from Canada. But they knew I was single. My wife passed away, so no harm, no foul. And they said, hey, she said, I got a college mate. Why don't we all meet up at Chowking, across the street? And I'll introduce you to her, and we'll have a Chowking, and then we'll come back to Breeza Towers, where we're all staying. They own their unit. I was renting it. And she says, we'll peel off, and then it gives you time to meet her and talk with her, and and then we'll meet up for lunch. I said, hey, great. So we went to Chowking. That's where I met the girl at, the lady. She was 65. I was 63. Nice little lady. Had our little Chowking, had our little hallo. So I got an ice cream dish thing. Pretty good. And then so all four of us walk back to Abrisa Towers, and they peel off and go to their condo. And I told her, I said, hey, would you like to, I'll show you around the grounds here, swimming pool area and the park area and what have you. And I said, would you like to see my condo? She said, yeah, absolutely. I said, great. So we went over to my condo, opened the door, let her in. I had a beautiful condo, and showed her my condo. And she sat down. And I think I got a beer or something, and she wanted a Coke or some water, gave her that. And then she looked at me and she goes, you want some of this? True story. Want some of this? I went, yeah. I came from San Francisco. I didn't have any of this for 5 or 6 years. With 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Couldn't believe it. So I got some of that. And then we dated for about, off and on, COVID was hitting, so it was real hard for about 3 months, and then it didn't work out. But then I went to my friend, my American friend, that owned a call center here. He used to stay in Abrisa Tower too. And I said, Greg, what's the deal? I go to the mall, and these guys that are, in my age, 60 or older, some of them are fat and ugly, and they got this beautiful Filipina hanging off them, 20 years old. What's with all that? He says, Rich, he says, yeah, that's the way it is here. It's very common. Mostly, 90, I would say 99% of the foreigners date the younger ones. Yeah, it's just the opposite. If you've never been to the Philippines, you won't understand it. And I do get comments because people don't understand it. Well, let me tell you what, it's a different culture, it's a different country, it's different things. It's the way it is. Beautiful. So he says, yeah, I said, I see all these beautiful Filipinos hanging off these guys. What the hell's with all that? He says, yeah, it's common. He says, I said, well, he says, you want one? I said, yeah. He owned a call center, and so he had a lot of girls and what have you. And he says, fine, no problem. And he dials the phone, and they gets off. She goes, she'll be here. She'll be at your condo in 2 hours. I went, whoop, really? You gotta be kidding me. Just like that. So, yep. 2 hours later, I went back to my condo. 2 hours later, I went, oh my God, could that really be her? Sure enough, open the door. Hi! It's a beautiful Filipina. Oh my goodness. So come on in. She comes in. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Well, what's your name? Don't forget the married part. Are you married? Do you have children? But anyway, so you don't imagine what happened from there. Anything can happen from there. And I won't get into it. Let your imagination think about that one. So I got that one, and then I got another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, all from my friend. 5 girls from the age of 18 to 22 when I first got here, after I got done with the 65-year-old. Because I thought, well, I'm going for it, because I've never had this in my life. And now I'm going to have a chance to do it and date the young ones, and they're beautiful. Absolutely. I'd be a fool not to. And so I didn't know my wife this time or anything, so I was having the time of my life. I had them on text. I just text this one or this one or this one. One time I text one to come over in the morning and one to come over in the evening. Yeah. Wonderful. So I had 5 of them. And one of them, Mel, that I liked a lot, was the one that I would date the most I talked about that was married. So, should I have a condo? Absolutely. So if you come to the Philippines, I hope you enjoyed the true story of my life here. I've been here almost 6 years. I'll help you with that. Become a member of my channel. I'll leave all that information in the description area. I encourage you to become a member. It's only $10 every month. It's reoccurring charge. YouTube takes care of you. Cancel anytime you want. And I have special videos. I just did one this morning before this one, just for my members, where I give you a lot more information. But plus, you get special perks if you're a member. I give you. We have a special thing where I give you special links and what have you to our Facebook groups. If you come to stay at one of our condominiums, we have 10 condominiums here at Verdon Parc. I'll leave all that information in the description area. My wife, MYRNA, and our business associate, Joy, take care of all that. Contact them. We have about 10 condominiums here at Verdon Parc. Verdon Parc is one of the finest 5-star resort condominium in Davao. I think the best. But on the condos in the description area, go check that out because I have videos up on about 3 or 4 condos, and I do a video about 10 minutes, and we put down all the costs of what it costs to rent them and what have you. They just get a hold of MYRNA. You also get 50% off my consulting. So I do a one-on-one 2-hour consulting on Messenger or WhatsApp. And if you're not a member, it's $40 for 2 hours, private, you and me. If you're a member, it's $20. So you save $20 right there. And you can do this many times as you want. And also, when you come to Davao and stay at one of our condos, we'll give you priority booking. We'll give you the best condos we have available, the best price we can get you if you're a member. And I will personally take you to S&Rs like Costco, because you're going to need to get groceries. So you're going to go, well, where do I get groceries at? Well, let me tell you what. Don't go to S&R right down the street here. Largest mall, their groceries, their meat sucks. I went down there and bought a hamburger one time. I didn't even like the way it looked. I came home and cooked it and threw it away. Sucks. Awful. So you're in the Philippines, you know. So I've been here long enough now in Verdon Parc where I can help you with island hopping, day trips, Paradise Island. But what I do, if you're a member, I will actually take you to S&Rs like Costco. They actually carry some of the Kirkland brands. And you can go in with my membership card, won't cost you anything. You can get whatever you want, American food, I'll show you. You just pay me for it at the end. And then if you want to get a membership, depends on how long you're here, then you can go ahead and get your own membership and away you go. And I'll take you right next door to our new grocery store that I thoroughly love called NCCC. A beautiful grocery store. The meats are excellent there. I'm a chef, very picky. I'll take you over there and show you what I buy and how you get that done. And then I'll take you to Bankerhan Market. It's our farmer's market, all free if you're a member. And I'll take you over there. It's open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Never closes. So between those 3, you'll be set for all the groceries, vegetables, and Bankerhan Market. You're going to get fresh produce and vegetables at like about a third of the price of the grocery store. And it's not only the price; it's fresh. I mean, for example, the heads of broccoli are at the grocery store about as big as my fist. At Bankerhan Market, they're like this. And the farmer that grew it's right there. And it's like a third of the price, and it was picked last night. It's wonderful. You look at the end of it, and it's crystal white. Lettuce, potatoes, onions, mangoes. I get watermelons, pineapple, bananas, because they're all native. Some of the best fruits. That's the only place to go. Thousands of Filipinos go there, and I'm usually the only foreigner that goes there. Yeah. It's the only place to go. But I'll show you those 3, and then you'll be set here at Verdon Parc. Show you with all your groceries, everything you're going to need. And it took me 2 to 3 years to figure out all these things. So I'm going to fast track you right, if you remember, right to the best food right away. And then I'll help you with everything else along the way if you remember. I'll help you with dating. I'll help you with day trips. I'll help you with immigration, because you got to deal with immigration. What do I have to wear? What do I have to take? Oh yeah, you got to wear certain clothes. You got to take certain documents. And do I have to have a 2x2 picture? Yes, you do have to have a 2x2 picture. And by the way, do I need to bring my phone? Yes. Well, you know why? Because they want to know your height and weight in metrics. And you probably don't know what it is in metrics. So I'll help you through all that stuff, make your life a lot easier here in the Philippines, in Davao. My wife is real good with that. She'll take care of you. I live here at Verdon Parc. If any questions you have, we'll get together, talk about it. Her business associate, Joy, is very good too. So we've got a whole package set up for you. So it's not like you're just going off and staying somewhere and going, now what do I do? So we'll help you with all that. So check all that information out in the description area. The condos, the membership, the consulting, and I'll leave a couple of links. I have links in there to Verdon Parc, so you can see what Verdon Parc looks like in the daytime and nighttime, which is really cool. So now you get an idea before you even get here. You'll know what a place looks like. You know how much your condo is going to cost you, and you'll be ready to go. And we'll help you all the way along. I want your stay to be pleasant and good here in Davao, and I want you to find some peace, low cost of living, beautiful Filipina girls, 7,000 islands. Come and enjoy, because you can retire here. And by the way, ambulance rides are free. And Davao, cleanest city in the Philippines. Also the safest city in the Philippines. Come to Davao. It will not disappoint. And I have people that go to Cebu and all over the place, and they finally get here and they go, whoa, this is the place. Exactly. So I'll help you with all that. Very important, hit that notification bell, because when I upload a new video like this one, you'll be notified about it. So you'll know, otherwise you don't know. Do a live stream every week on the weekends. Check that out. You can drop in. We'll talk on the live stream. Hit the subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Would appreciate that, like this guy did right over here. Thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. I've already answered over 2,800 comments personally, and I'll do that for you. This is Rich. Appreciate you coming along today. Catch you on the next one.